Uh, our main objective for today's meeting is to understand how to conduct the competition. Um, it's very simple but very important topic. Uh, let's start from the scratch, from the beginning.
Okay.
One moment. I will share my screen. I would like to write something for you. Okay, we have a skill competition manager. Skill competition. Um, yes, I think it's okay. I'm sorry if I make some mistakes.
No, you don't make mistakes in written communication.
Okay, thank you. Um, um, we have skill competition manager. It's a person who is responsible um, for a preparation uh, for competition. He or she must prepare the following documents: infrastructure list, floor plan, what else? Marking scheme, uh, test project, and SMP. You know everything about infrastructure list, floor plan, marking scheme, and test project for today. And the new term is SMP. SMP is a skill management plan. It's a document which describes the schedule. Uh, Let me show you an example. Of course, it's in Russian, but I'm sure you will understand everything with my help. Um, One moment. And this is the plan. I need to share my screen with you. Yes, this is SMP. Uh, SMP for the final national competition, 3D digital game art, SMP. And this is day, this is date, this is a time, and this is a jobs.
Unit froze at a very perfect point.
Topics. Sorry?
Yeah, your picture just froze, your video froze. Sorry for disturbance.
Sorry.
No
Sorry.
issues. No issues. Now it's okay.
Okay, thank you. C minus 2 and C minus 1 and whatever minus, it means, C, it means competition. Minus, it means day before competition. So C minus 1 is the day, 1 day before competition. C minus 2 is 2 days before competition. This is a July date. This is our national. So C minus 2, 2 days before competition, it's 20th of July. We will start at 10 o'clock and we will register experts and create different protocols. At 10:30, we will put our marking scheme in CIS, um, discuss about the safety rules and so on. What else? 1:30, it's a lunch, sorry. That's it. It's not nothing special. At C minus one, oh sorry, C minus two is experts day. So experts must press presence on the venue. They must ensure that the venue is okay. They must register themselves. They must sign all documents and so on. For example, experts can start the computer and trying to find all software is okay. Their configuration of personal computer is okay, and so on. So they need to understand the venue. C minus one is the competitors day. So we start with the registration. We should we must ensure that competitor is under the is not under between 16 and 23 years old for main group, and for us between as I remember 14 to 17, as I remember, for juniors. We must verify their surname, their names, birth date, and so on. And we must randomly, I forget this word in English, sorry, distribute working place between our competitors. We have, for example, we have 10 working places and 10 competitors. We enumerate each one, workplace 1, 2, 3 till 10, and we create small paper piece with the numbers, put them in a bag or sack or something like this, and our competitors randomly pick the number of the working place and sit on that place. It's very important because everyone understands that the distribution was randomly was random. Sorry, uh, and we must give at least 4 hours for our competitors to check their working place. They sit on the in front of computer, start it, check software, open Maya, Max, ZBrush, and so on, trying to create model, trying to create sculpt, and so on, and trying to understand everything is okay. And this is C1, C3. It's a competition days. We start with a briefing, um, and then we have 3.5, and then lunch, and then 3.5 hours for working each day. And we have C+1. This is a day after the competition. It's just paperwork. Create documents, sign them, and so on. This is SMP. So, one moment. We have skill competition manager. He or she creates infrastructure list, floor plan, marking scheme, test project, and SMP. This is very important documents. Skill competition manager must prepare these documents before competition, of course. Uh, Infrastructure list and floor plan at least 1/2 of the year before the competition. And test project and marking scheme mm, before, I think, one day before competition, it's okay. NSMP, I think, few weeks before competition. Okay, what else? Let's talk about the day-to-day work for skill competition manager. Skill competition manager can elect the chief expert, or experts will should elect chief expert for competition. It's just a role. It's not a work. It's not a position. It's just a role, just on competition. From the C-2 till C+1, someone is chief expert. Also, we have a deputy chief expert. He just help chief expert to conduct the competition. Chief expert must conduct the competition from the C-2, and he must um, sorry, I'm sorry. Uh, do you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear
Yes,
you.
yes, we
Yes.
can.
Some freezing of internet. Sorry. Chief expert at C-2 should start with the registering of experts. He or she must verify this is experts of 3D digital game art. These experts are compatriots for our competitors, and so on. Um, then, chief expert or deputy chief expert should discuss safety rules, should discuss marking scheme, as we did it yesterday. Also, chief expert must import, import marking scheme into the CIS. CIS is a special software competition information system. This system helps to mark, helps put marks for each expert and for each aspect, and helps to calculate the results. I'm sorry, guys. I think, a small break. I'm very sorry. Um, a small, small break. Okay.
All right, no
Yes,
issues.
not.
No
Sure,
issues.
no problem.
I am sorry. Hello once again. I'm very sorry. Thanks for your
No
patience.
issues. No
Patience.
issues. No
I'm
issues.
sorry. Okay, let's continue our work. Uh, C minus 2 and the chief expert work. As I have said previously, at the beginning of the C minus 2, chief expert should verify experts, should register them, and he must give some safety rules. For example, for our skill, you shouldn't put your fingers into the electrical sockets. You should drink near the computer and so on. Also, chief expert must uh, import marking scheme into the CIS. And CIS is the system which helps put marks for each aspect, for each expert in jury.
Excuse
And
me,
at the end,
Leonid.
yes, sir.
Do you use the slides right now?
No, we don't use any slides.
Okay, okay.
I can share this one for you. And let's talk about CIS. It's the
Okay, thank you.
yes, thank you, Leon. Competition information system. Uh, First of all, we import the marking scheme into the CIS. Then we make an assessment in CIS, and at the end, CIS calculate who is the first, who is the second, and so on. So CIS calculates the results. Okay. Then chief expert should make a kind of competition for experts. What does it mean? Chief experts should understand who is the best among experts for specific modules. For example, Leon is great in sketching and concept art. That's great. Parminder is great for 3D modeling. Okay. And for example, Tagir, he is awesome in animation. Okay. And after this testing or this small competition for experts, chief experts can divide experts on jury groups. We should understand that we should remember jury group is the group of 4 people, 4 experts. One of them is the lead and 3 other are real jury. Um, there is a rule. A competitor expert, compatriot, of course, compatriot expert mustn't assess his competitor. For example, Leon mustn't assess his competitor. Parminder mustn't assess his competitor. So we need 4 experts to change each one. They sit on the first computer trying to assess, then move to the second computer trying to assess, and if there is a compatriot in this group of 3, we can change it for the 4th expert in this group. Is it clear? Okay. Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Okay. Um, so The smallest part for a jury is sub-criterion. For example, A1, B1, D3, and so on. So jury must assess whole sub-criterion, not only measurement, not only judgment, but one sub-criterion. Of course, one group, one jury group can assess a lot of sub-criterion. For example, A1, B3, D4, F3. It's okay for one group. Of course, one expert can be a part of different groups. For example, Leon can be a group 1, and in group 3 assess A1, B2, and group 3 should assess, for example, F1, E2. It's okay. That's it about the C-2. At the end of the day, we should have a document with a list of experts. It's a kind of registration. We should provide for experts safety rules. We should have discussed marking scheme, typical marking scheme, of course. We should import marking scheme into the CIS, and we should make a competition for experts, a kind of competition. It's not a real competition, of course, but a kind of. But WorldSkills International trying to implement a real competition for experts. Experts should make a kind of test project, but not for our skill. And at the end, chief experts should distribute experts, not all experts. Someone can be not a part of jury. It's okay. Don't worry if you're not a part of jury. Someone like to be in assessment group and someone doesn't like. And I know experts who say, please don't make me a part of assessment team. I wouldn't like to assess. It's a very big, it's very nervous for me. I wouldn't like. So we have groups, assessment groups, and that's it for day C-2. On the next day, C-1, it's the day of, let me write it. C-2, it's a experts day. And C-1, it's a competitors day. First of all, chief expert should verify that the competitors accord to the age. For juniors, it's between 14 to 17. And for main group, as I remember, it's from 18 to 23 years old. Also, chief experts should verify that the competitors, all competitors are in the CIS. There is a special button in CIS, get the list of competitor, and we should verify that all competitors are on the venue, all competitors are in the CIS. Sometimes CIS managers forget to add competitor. It's not a problem. We just call them or write an email and say, please add this person into the CIS. Okay. The the next task for chief expert in C-1 is to distribute working places for among competitors. As I have said previously, we should enumerate all working places, 1, 2, 3, and so on. We should create cards, piece of paper, for example, enumerate them, put the cards into the sock, or maybe just lay them downside on the table and ask our competitor to randomly get the number of working place. And after that distribution, our competitors should sit in front of their PC on their working place and verify the software, verify the configuration of personal computer, and so on. At the end of the day, our competitors should sign the document with the phrase, I signed this document and my working place is okay. The distribution was really random and fair and so on, something like this. And at the end of the day, competitors can create, at the day at C-1, competitors can create, for example, shortcuts on their computers in software, of course. They can create folder structure, whatever they want, and so on. Of course, before competition, we remove all files, but we don't remove shortcuts from software. They can change some settings.
Leonard, just
Yes.
a relevant question here. So on each system, there will be internet, right? So the connection will be provided to everybody.
It's an interesting question. Internet is prohibited in our skill, but Autodesk software and Pixelogic, I mean Substance Painter and Substance Designer, as I remember ZBrush as well, they need internet connection to check the license. So we should provide internet connection for the PC, but experts should observe the venue that competitors don't use internet connection. So they shouldn't
So, for
web
example, when they are
browser and
doing,
so on.
so for example, when they are doing their concept art, right? When they have to draw and paint. So if they have to use some reference or if they have to study some,
Uh,
images.
that project, there is some, let me show you an example. One moment. This is an example of our test project. And at the end of the test project, we usually provide some references.
Okay.
This is a screenshot from the trailer. The same, this is a photo, and this is a photo.
Okay.
So our competitors should use only these references.
All right.
They shouldn't use anything else.
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, that's it for C-1. Let's talk about C1. Sorry, C1, C2, and C3, and maybe C4, because in international we have 4 days. At the beginning of C1, chief expert gives a brief about the test project. He or she show the file, show the task, show the references, and describes what should our competitors do during the competition. I think 50 minutes is enough. And then chief expert gives 10, maybe 15 minutes for experts and competitors just to make a kind of, I don't know, discussion, but not about the test project, of course. It's prohibited by rules. This is a kind of discussion um, about environment, about safety, maybe about Tagira, I need your help in English. Could you please?
Yeah, sure. How can I help you?
I would like to say about the briefing about the competitor and his expert compatriot. And I would like to say, I'm sorry, I changed to Russian. Эксперт должен помочь участнику настроиться на работу. Ну, то есть моральная настройка. И ни в коем случае нельзя разговаривать о тест-проекте.
So what Leonid is saying is that the compatriot expert, the expert of a competitor, is supposed to have a small conversation with his competitor for like 15 or 20 minutes, just to set his mood, to ask is everything is going well, how is it going with his family or something. So it is strictly forbidden to talk about the whole competition, like about the competing tasks or some technical stuff. So it's just a general conversation about everything.
Yes.
This conversation will happen after the test project is given to the competitors?
Yes, but sometimes we give this small conversation before the briefing. It doesn't matter because experts and competitors shouldn't discuss on the test project.
On the test project, right? All right.
Let me show you one photo. One moment, please. No, I need to print screen it. This photo from my Instagram, and this photo was captured by expert from China.
Excuse me,
We can't see
we
it.
didn't see your screen.
One moment, please. Please give me a few moments. I will send it into the chat in our Telegram group. So this photo was captured by experts from China, and this is a briefing. This is a conversation between me and my competitor. We're just trying to meditate, trying to tune for the competition. We don't discuss the test project, but trying to remind everything from our past life. Okay. Uh, that's it about the beginning of day C1, and they're absolutely the same for day C2, C3, and C4. And after the briefing and after the conversation, we give start start command for our competitors, and they should start their work at the day one. Oh no, they have 6 plus 6 plus 6 and plus 4 hours. If we have 4 days, it means we have 22 hours. At the first day, as you remember, they should create sketches and concept art, and they should start work on the minor model. At the second day, C2, they should finish the work on the minor model and finish and start and finish the major model. At the third day, they should create UV, unwrap, and texturing. And on the last day, C4, they should create rig, animation, and export to game engine. That's it for C1, C2, C3, and C4 for competitors. And at the end of each day, a group of experts should make an assessment. Typically, we sit in front of competitor's computer, and open files, open the CIS, and put our marks into the CIS. We start from judgment, as I said yesterday, and then we continue with measurement aspects. Jury, it's a group of 4 persons. One is the lead and other are jury. And that's it about the assessment. And on the C+1 day, experts should sign all documents, discuss about the competition, about the next competition, maybe trying to discuss about the marks and so on, about the problems, issues, maybe they need to change something in future competition. So it's day for discussions. So that's it.
Excuse me, Leonid.
Yes.
During the marking, so every jury should mark themselves, or only one jury to mark 3 juries mark.
Let's make an example. Okay. I will send this in our group. Not to do this. Okay. For example, we have competitor 1 and his expert 1. And let me prepare 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Our jury team is expert 1, expert 3, expert 5 and expert 7. Okay, let's start. This jury team sits in front at the working place of competitor 1. In this team, we should mark someone as a team leader. For example, expert 1 is a team leader. Okay, let's give him a star. Competitor 1, working place. Team leader, he doesn't make an assessment. So expert 1, he is team leader, and expert 3, 5, 7, they are jury. They make assessment, as I remember. Okay, you understand. Maybe one else.
No, it's right.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Parminder. Okay, they make an assessment and move to the second competitor working place. Everything the same. Expert 1, he is the team leader. Expert 3, 5, and 7, they just make an assessment. It's okay. And they move to competitor 3 working place. Look here, expert 3, he can't make an assessment. So expert 3 becomes a team leader and expert 1 becomes a jury member. And expert 1, 5, and 7 make an assessment. Only for competitor 3. For competitor 4, the same. For competitor 5, expert 1, expert 5, he can't be in jury, so he becomes a team leader, and expert 1 becomes a part of jury. So, Leon, do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah, so what basically is the team leader doing?
It's an interesting question. Well, he or she should do following. Let me show you.
Okay.
Like in theater.
Yeah.
Well, one moment, please. I need to open. I need to open one document. Sorry. Okay. I am team leader, and you my jury team. Okay, friends. This is a computer of Russian competitor. We should assess sub-criterion A1. The first aspect is layers and folders have been given appropriate rather than default names in any language. Dear experts, please take a look on this work. You open the file trying to find layers, folders, and so on. You can argue because this is measurement aspect. And at the end, I should ask, dear experts, what is the mark for this aspect, for this competitor? For example, Leon says, I think yes. Parminder says, I agree. Okay, we experts, I put yes for this aspect. Let's go to the next one. The aspect is geometry used for testing or unassigned to the model should be removed from the final scene. discuss, please. You open files, so trying to understand everything. For example, Farminder says yes, Leon says no. What should I do? Dear experts, please argue. You must come into the
Consensus.
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. We argue to each other, make a fight, press him, and so on. And at the end, you says, okay, it's no. We should mark no. And I says, okay, for this competitor, for this aspect, I put no. Okay, I put no into the CIS. And
So
if
team leader
this is,
is putting, sorry, so team leader is putting into the CAS.
if this is a measurement
Ah, okay.
aspect. And
Okay.
now I will show you, one moment, please. I need to scroll down. Yes. What if this is a judgment? Dear experts, I am a team leader and I say for you, dear experts, we have an judgment aspect. Digital painting demonstrates shading and describes the form of the object. 0. No use of shading or hatching. 1. Sly use of shading and hatching. 2. Some use of shading or hatching. 3. Shading that accentuates the 3D shape. I read it for you, for my jury team. Of course, you will have the right copy. You shouldn't listen to me, it's just a procedure. Uh, and you shouldn't argue because this is judgment. You open the file trying to understand the work, the results from this side, from that side. Each one can say, could you please zoom in this part? Could you please zoom out? Could you please rotate the model and so on? Um, and I should ask you, dear experts, are you ready to make your judgment, make your assessment? You say yes, and then if this is international competition, you have tablet PC and you put your mark directly into CIS. If this is a not international competition, for example, this is a national competition, you just show me, sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3. And I look into the CIS or on your hand and says, okay, I see 0, 1, 1. It's okay. Or, for example, dear experts, sorry, I see 0, 2, 2. It's very big discrepancy. So please recheck the work and please once again do the assessment once again. We discuss this procedure.
So the team
That's
leader
it.
is supposed to, so the team leader is supposed to come out with one figure out of the three judges. So is that the duty of team leader, or he can report the three different values?
He shouldn't assess. He just he is just a manager,
Yeah, I
small
am
man.
understanding. Yeah, I'm understanding. What I mean is, like, if somebody is saying that, okay, one jury is saying one, another is saying three, one is saying two. So this team leader can directly report these three figures, or he has to put them into a consensus and make
Uh,
them come to one figure.
I hope I understand the question. For
I
example,
can.
if we put one, the second one put two, and third one put three, team leader must says you have the very big discrepancy between marks,
Yes, yes.
and he mustn't put these marks into the CIS
Okay,
because it's mistake.
okay.
And for example, if a jury can't come into the consideration about marks. They should call for chief expert and ask him, could you please give us some guidance about this aspect? We
Okay.
need to understand how to judge
Okay.
because we can't come into the conclusion.
Yeah. Right.
The team leader shouldn't put error marks in CIS.
Right. Right. Fine.
Okay. So who can control the competitor's computer?
Uh,
Who can control
any any expert from jury, anyone from four competitor. Usually we have a team leader. For example, uh, let me show in this. Expert one is team leader, and team leader asks one of these experts, expert three, could you please drive the software? Could you please open files, rotate, zoom in, zoom out, and so on? So team decided who will work on PC. It doesn't matter, but it's a good question. Who will
Okay.
drive the software?
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I hope now you understand the this system.
Yes. 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 Right.
Okay, okay, that's great. And
Sorry, I have another question. So
yes,
during the assessment, even the competitor is there, and also the expert from, I mean, the jury from the same country, he can also in the working place, right?
uh, by the rule, uh, competitors shouldn't, they mustn't be on the venue during the assessment. So competitors should, they, how to say, experts should make an assessment without competitors. They are not allowed on the venue. But during the assessment, the experts, draw your attention here, please. For example, we have jury 1, 3, 5, 7, and other experts, I mean 2, expert 4, expert 6, they, of course, they can be on the venue. More of them, they can hear on assessment, but they should close their mouth. They shouldn't say something. They shouldn't stay in front of a jury to show their emotions and so on. They should stand 2, maybe 3 meters behind them and just listen to assessment. Because you know, the assessment is, it's very very nervous and very, I forget this word. uh, one moment please. Responsible. It's very high responsible to be a jury team, in jury team. So when you see another expert's emotions, you can't be very objective. You see he or she cries, uh, you see tears. Oh my god, I need to upscale the mark. It's not very objective. So uh, experts stand behind. Okay, anything else? As have said at the beginning of our meeting, this topic is very simple, but very important. There is nothing special or something hard to understand, but you need to understand the whole process.
Sorry, Leonid, I have another question about the marking. I mean the marking sheet. We every jury should write the marking sheet by themselves, or we can use the iPad to type it.
On interesting question. On international, we have experts have a tablet PC. Sorry. And they put marks directly into the CIS. But sometimes on some competitions, there is no tablet PC and experts create paper copy. And at the end of the day, chief experts gather the papers and put the marks into the CIS on his laptop. So
Okay.
in this case, experts should verify that all marks on paper and on CIS is the same for their competitor. But if in case when experts put the marks directly in CIS, we don't need to verify marks.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I don't know about Asia skills. Maybe we will have tablets. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. In Kazan, we have tablets. In Abu Dhabi, we didn't have tablets. So maybe someday we will not have tablets and we will have some kind of Neuralink and put marks directly from our mind to CIS. Okay, guys, that's it. Tomorrow we will start our competition. The task will be a kind of shield and sword to create a sketch and then create a model. So be prepared for this in different styles. That's it. I will send you a paper a little bit later in our Telegram group, of course.
Right. So we have an idea how many competitors are there with us?
I will ask our organizer. Honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
Because there was 2, maybe 3 from Taipei or 2 or 3 from India. 3.
Three from
0?
India.
It means 0 or 3. Leon. Okay. And from India, Parminder, do you know?
Yeah.
2?
One is Nikhilesh. Nikhilesh is one. So
Only one.
what I know is like otherwise
Okay.
I don't know. That is what but because one is attached with me, so I know about him.
Okay, and as I remember, 1 or 2 from Russia.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't see them in our calls.
So right now in the group, are they all present, like or not? Leon, are your competitors present in the group in this meeting? Leon,
What?
Leon, I'm asking, are your competitors present in the meeting? Were they present in the meeting?
Not in the meeting. Jie Zhenling et Li Dong, as I see.
Good. They are not here. Two of them are the interpreter.
Okay, okay. Fine. So tomorrow
Okay,
they'll be.
I will ask our organizers about the list of the competitors, and I will
Yes.
share it with you. Because
And and one important thing, can they use Blender tomorrow?
tomorrow, no. Sorry, sorry,
Okay, okay,
but
all right,
only mine.
all right,
Sorry.
fine.
Okay, that's it for today's meeting. Thank you very much for your attention, and thank you very much for your questions.
Thank you,
I
thank you.
hope
Thank
now you
you.
understand the whole process, and you
Yeah,
can ask at any time.
right.
Okay, stay on the safe
So
side.
yeah, Leonard, thank you for your patience. You are really very cool and patient guy to handle all the
Thank you very
questions.
much. Thank you very much, Parminda. Thank
Yeah,
you
we
for
heard
your
a
questions.
lot of useful information. It's really
Thank you.
great.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank,
All right. Bye.
thank you very much, guys. See you
Okay.
tomorrow.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Marcel
Okay. Bye,
and
Leon.
See you
Ernesto.
tomorrow.
Bye, bye.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Александра. Можем заканчивать. Тагир, спасибо тебе большое за помощь. Что-то я в какой-то момент прямо поплыл.
Да, все в порядке. Все, до завтра.
Ага, пока, спасибо.